Wow, that was loud. How's it going, guys? Music fan here. Just gonna go to a really quick track review of The Dreamwalker, the new album from Ages and Airwaves. So let's not waste any time. Opening track, Teenagers and Rituals. Again, as I have mentioned in my Dreamwalker review, this track, sounds very surging with it starts off with like these cascading pianos that starts off this track along with some electronic flourishes here and there, and then it turns into this surging opening number, which just sounds so awesome. I really love the energy that the band brings into this particular track, and it serves as a really awesome song and a pretty awesome opening song for a particular album. Next track, Paralyzed. I did review this track in a song review I did this past December. Not much I can say about this track. It's definitely more rock orientated than Teenagers and Rituals. If you want more talk about that song, then head to the description box for my track review of Paralyzed. The Wolfpack. This track, I would say, like Teenagers and Rituals, it's a pretty awesome song. I love all the electronic flourishes that is sprinkled all over this track. I love how surging and how dynamic the verses are. I love how Tom DeLonge is really going along with this new resurged of energy. I love the way he sings this particular track. I love his vocal dynamic when he accompanies this particular track, this song, and yeah, Wolfpack is a pretty cool song, and I definitely like it. Tunnels. This is a track that lately a lot of Angels fans have been going really nuts over, and I would put myself in that regard. Tunnels was made, I think, as a tribute to Tom DeLonge's father, who passed away during the making of this particular album. And it really shows within the lyrics that this song starts off with a sense of doubt, a particular doubt within the verses, and then as you go in to the pre-chorus, it kind of talks. The doubt gets steeper. It deepens. The doubt deepens in the pre-chorus, and then the chorus kind of comes out more as a dialogue. This is probably the most religious themed track that Angels have put out since A Little Is Enough from Whisper. But it's a pretty awesome song. I love the fact that this is attributed to Tom's dad, that he's paying tribute to his father through this particular song. And yeah, it's pretty cool, and I really love this track. Kiss with a Spell. I have a feeling that this is a more experimental version of It Hurts from Whisper, at least for me. I just like how surging. I just like how the chorus goes within that. I definitely get a vibe of, I think, Breathe meets Lifeline. Like those two songs put together, and you get this particular track, Kiss with a Spell. I love how experimental it sounds. I love how surging the chorus is when it hits you, and yeah, that's Kiss with a Spell. Mercenaries, again, like Paralyzed and Wolfpack, sounds extremely energetic. I love how the synths accompany this track. I love how the band performs this particular song, and yeah, not much I could say about Mercenaries. I definitely like how the chorus is catchy, and yeah, that's pretty much it. Bullets in the Wind. I don't know. I can't help but be reminded of The Clash when I hear this particular track. This is definitely a more punk rock-ish number on this particular album, and I enjoy this track. I mean, this track has a lot of energy. It has a lot of um, it has a lot of dynamicism going into this track. I mean, and especially as the verse flows into the chorus of this particular track. You know, like I really enjoy how the band made the instrumentation between the verses and the chorus. You know how driving it is. You know, and that's Bullets in the Wind. I especially enjoy this particular track. The Disease, another experimental track that you know also sounds pretty angsty. You know, this whole album feels really angsty. It's probably Angels' most angst felt work, maybe probably since the Whisper album. At least I feel so. With that. But anyway, The Disease, you know, sounds very dark. It really sounds kind of dark, and Tom DeLonge's vocal delivery sounds very desperate and very yearning, and so does his lyrics with this particular track. It's good and I like it. I would probably call this my least favorite track off this album, and it's not because it's bad, but you know, I don't know, like when the track ends, I really don't really recall anything much except how great the chorus sounds and how Tom DeLonge's vocal delivery on here feels very impassioned. And speaking of passion, Tremors. Oh my gosh, when this song came up, I was ready to declare this song as the best Angels and Airwaves song ever. And I don't discount that statement, although lately as I've been listening to it, you know, I would call this one of my favorite Angels and Airwaves tracks. Like, I mean, it's probably the most catchiest song that they have ever made. Like if you hear this song, the lyrics kind of sound almost like Blink-182, except it's a more extraterrestrialist lyrical writing. Like, I mean, it definitely sounds like a more celestial love song. You know, like like I bite my tongue at your throat. You know, like I wear a crucifix around my neck. It really sounds like a more outer space, playful love song, and it's so catchy and it's so energetic. It's so surging. I mean, I really love this song. I really do. And the last track, Anomaly, you know, really ends this album off in probably the most unique of ways, at least with Angels, that it's an acoustic ballad, and it's the way Tom performs this song, the way the melodies are arranged in this particular track gives it a very sublime feeling. Like, I mean, the way the melodies are, the way it surges when you listen to the track. I mean, it really is a different dynamic feeling, especially being an acoustic number. There's not that many Angels and Airwaves tracks that has an acoustic number, but this track really stands out in the Angels canon. And my favorite line about this track is like, "I won't let you leave here without these violins." You know, it's a pretty great sense of imagery with that particular lyric, and I definitely like this track. I love it as a closer. I love it as an acoustic number, and it's probably one of my favorites of Angels songs. You know, like the rest of this album. So yeah, that's my track by track review of the Dreamwalker. What are your favorite songs? What are your least favorite songs? Why so? And I can't wait to hear from you guys in the comments section. So take care, guys. Mr. Music Fan. See you guys later.